Hey guys, your boy R is back at again with another video. So today I'm going to be going off the cuff. I'm not going to script anything. This is probably a horrible idea because there's a reason why I script most of my videos. When I go unscripted, I'm not as good at it as I used to be, but I'm going to try to do it for this video. I know I shouldn't, but I'm doing it anyway. And the topic of this video is basically more of a discussion, or yeah, I would say a discussion about whether or not the United States should remain a union at this stage of its existence. So I don't know if you've heard, but within the past week or two, there's been floatings of states basically creating alliances, not really seceding. I know that Texas tried to secede, I think once or twice at least, and I never really understood why. I understand why now. So, for the past decade, we've undergone a very real culture war, and I'm basically trying to think, can this country get to a point where that it can reconcile its differences? And the longer that time passes, it seems that the differences between the two major ideologies, you know who they are. I'm not gonna lay them out for you, but it seems like the difference between the two has become more massive by the year, and it makes you think. We've already had a civil war, and people have already thrown around, "Oh, we're going to enter another civil war." We're not going to enter a civil war where people are literally out in the street and militias and gunning each other down and shit. I don't think anybody has the balls to do that. I don't think anybody's down like that. Everybody likes to talk that good shit. Oh, I'm gonna get my guns and blah blah blah. Don't mess with my state. Don't mess with my hood. What I'm repping and all that other bullshit. But when it comes down to it, I don't think nobody's actually any. No, I don't think most people are down for shit. So, Kat, what are you doing? Get down. You see me trying to record a video. This cat has been all up in my grill all day. Anyway, what I was going to say was, I don't think anybody has the balls to actually do anything. World War III has been also floated. People say, "Oh, we're going to have World War III with another country or something. It might be nuclear or something." In my opinion, I think World War III has already started, and it's a war of not sheer violence or brutality, but of ideology, of thought. And it should be, pretty clear to people that have been paying attention to current events like around the world. You know that there was uprisings last year in all these different European countries. You got, your God, cat, stop throwing me off. Get down. God damn it. And there also were, Venezuela was a thing. I don't know if anybody's heard of Venezuela, by the way. Venezuela was a thing, and then obviously what happened within our country, the riots and that shit. So it gets to a point where you have to ask, is it possible for us to reconcile our differences? And I've thought about it for a while, and to be honest, I'm beginning to think that we can. I don't think that we should immediately push for, dividing the entire country into smaller countries, but it's not like it would be impossible to do, or it's even an illogical suggestion, given that there are other countries that are, or not other countries. Well, yeah, other countries slash continents. I know they're not the same thing, but you know where I'm going. Where, like, Europe, for example, like, Europe is smaller than the United States, and they're divided into different countries. Whereas we have states that are as large as small countries, and yet we're all considered to be underneath the same umbrella. I don't, at this point in time, I don't see a point in maintaining it unless we can have a serious conversation. So, unless via some sheer miracle we're able to talk out our differences and whatnot, I do not foresee a future where the United States remains whole without essentially us destroying each other from the inside out. And I would find it much preferable that each state sort of goes and does its own thing and becomes their own, unique countries than to continue the infighting. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of concerns that go along with that. It's like, oh, well, what do you do with the military and things of that nature? We can figure that shit out. I don't think that it'll be that big of a issue as long as we think about that before we do that. I mean, I hope to we don't have to have to deal with dividing us into small countries. But I mean, I'm not an expert on any of this stuff. I work as a title processor and a deed specialist, so I've after seeing all these different state laws and whatnot, which is you have to go through a lot of state laws when you're dealing with deeds and properties and insurance and all that other stuff. There's just it seems to be so little coherency in way of law and processes and the way things are just generally done amongst each state that is really hard to keep up try to maintain the argument that we should remain together as a union. Obviously, I could be tripping. It's possible that this is just a phase, and maybe this will all resolve itself in like a decade. I don't know about that. Obviously, the hopeful part of me wants to believe that that'll happen, but it likely will not. So, what do you guys think? Do you think that we should remain together as a union, or that each state should sort of like separate into either individually become different countries or sort of like form alliances or whatnot and become multiple countries within one? I don't know. It's a very interesting discussion to go about. I can't go into super detail, like I can't go into super high detail because I'm not. This isn't a well researched rant that I'm going on or anything. I'm just talking off the cuff, but it's definitely worth thinking about. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hope I don't know if I'm going to I don't know if I'm going to re-record this or I'm just going to say fuck it and put this out, but we'll see. Your boy Rs is out.